Hi guys, and welcome to yet another video here on the YouTube channel Spelföreningen the Fellowship. My name's Andreas Norwegian Viking, and today we take a closer look at the Battle Company scenario of Reconnoitre. So, as with all the Battle Company scenarios, you have to bear in mind that the way you choose the scenario you want to play is a bit different. It is not stated anywhere which scenario to play anymore. There is a strict rule that the player with the lowest warband rating chooses what scenario to play, and this is quite key because you can then choose a scenario that fits your force or works against your opponent's force and stuff like that to make the game more skewed in your favor, even though you may be down a few points or you are forced to recruit some mercenaries and stuff like that. So there is endless ways to choose the scenarios. Not endless, but then again, there is quite a lot of the scenarios. In these videos we take a closer look at each and every one of them. So for Reconnoitre, the company has been ordered to scout ahead of the rest of the army and get behind the main advance. While we do so, we encounter the enemy attempting the same thing. They must not be allowed to succeed. So both forces have the same objectives, and it's played on a 4x4 foot table with terrain placed as the side for an interesting and visually pleasing layout. And as with battle companies, bear in mind that you want as much terrain as possible. It will make the narrative more compelling. It will make the beautiful board really stand out, and there's nothing that is as much fun as having a great board to play on, and with as few models as you play with on a battle company, in a battle company force, it makes the game seem not as what's the word, hollow, empty. So use all your terrain, not all of it if you're a mental man like, for instance, Steve Crow. But yeah, so the starting positions is both players must divide their battle company as evenly as possible into groups, each led by one hero. The groups begin the game in reserve and will arrive as the battle progresses. The company with the lowest company rating selects a board edge as his deployment zone, and the opponent sets up across from him. The objectives is as follows. The game lasts until the end of a turn in which one battle company has been reduced to 1/3 of its starting numbers or below. When this occurs, the battle company that has scored the most victory points has won the game. If both players have the same number of victory points, the game is a draw. Victory points are scored in the following manner. You score 1 victory point each for your models that has exited the battlefield via the table edge directly across from your deployment zone. You score 1 victory point for wounding an enemy hero. Wounds preempted by fate do not count, and if you kill the hero, you gain 3 victory points instead. You score 1 victory point if the enemy force is broken at the end of the game. If the enemy force is broken and yours is not, you score 3 victory points instead. So the way the troops arrive on the battlefield is through reinforcements. At the end of your move phase, roll a d6 for each hero not on the battlefield and consulting the chart below. The hero can use might to alter the roll. Models can charge in the turn they arrive, but otherwise act normally. Roll for each hero separately, deploy the hero and any warriors that he is leading, then roll for the next model yet to arrive. Models yet to arrive count as being on the battlefield for the purposes of determining if your force is broken. On a 1 to 3, the heroes and warriors do not arrive but receive +1 to this roll next turn. Bear in mind, this is not cumulative, so you will only get the +1. So you will have to spend might if you continue rolling 1s and 2s. 4 to 6, the controlling player chooses a point on his board edge at least 6 inches from a corner, and all the models in the warband move onto the battlefield from this point. So this is a scenario that is quickly won by cavalry, high number warbands facing off against a low number warband. So there is myriad of ways to win the scenario and indeed to lose it. So it's good to know your strengths and weaknesses. If you, for instance, have loads of terrain and you're playing elves with cavalry, might be a good thing. So yeah, it's basically choose the scenario which fits your army best. When you start winning, you will find that the enemy is the one choosing the scenario instead of you. So in that way, it is kind of a balanced thing, really. So yeah, so we have the Reconnoitre scenario. This is the fifth and penultimate scenario from the normal SPG rules, basically, and then we get on to the juicy stuff of the special battle company scenarios, which isn't just derived from the normal SPG scenarios. Well, some of them maybe, but not all of them. So that's it for today, and please join us tomorrow as we take on the high ground scenario. And as always, please comment, like, share and subscribe, and support your Hobbit hobby.